Hey, right, guys, Trophy Rex here, and we are back with Gilmore Girls Season 6, Episode 1. This is, of course, the penultimate season to the entire show. I can't believe. Well, we've still got a while. Like I said, we'll be doing Gilmore Girls for the rest of this year, so it's not like it's wrapping up anytime soon. There's still, literally 44 episodes to go, and then the 4 bonus episodes on top of that as well, so we still have a while. But yeah, I feel like every time I ask what's everyone's favourite seasons, no one ever says seasons 6 or 7. So I won't say that has me worried, because if it's a little bit of a dip down, then that's fine, I guess. But if it's a huge drop off, that would be unfortunate, especially because it's like the last kind of hurdle of the show. But I'm going to shut up because we have 41 comments to get through for the Q&A. Everyone went all out, I guess, for this version of the Q&A for Gilmore Girls. So like I said, if you're watching this on YouTube specifically, there will be a timestamp thing below if you just want to skip to the reaction or the tier list. Of course, we have the character tier list as well. But if you want to get my thoughts on some things here and there, then stick around and we'll get through these. Like I said, I probably won't spend too long on some of these questions because we'll be here all bloody day otherwise. But yeah, thank you to everyone who's asked a question. Let's begin. Question 1 from Katrina. Season 5 is my favourite, followed closely by Season 3. Are you worried about where the show goes from here to maintain the level of awesome quality? Oh, that's literally what I've just been talking about. So, that level of awesome quality, considering where the end of Season 5 left off. It would be unfortunate. I feel like I've said pretty much through Season 5, Gilmore Girls is my favourite show that I'm reacting to right now. I wouldn't say it's like one of my favourite shows of all time. I don't know if I'd quite go that far, but I think right now, in the last kind of couple of years, it is one of my favourite shows that I have reacted to. So it would be unfortunate if we kind of left with a sour taste of like, if Season 7 is like bad to mid, that would be very unfortunate because, like I say, it is like the last season, so it would kind of, oh, it wouldn't ruin things. It wouldn't like maybe change my perspective on Gilmore Girls, but it's like with shows like this, you just kind of want that strong ending. So I guess it'd be like if the last season's a little bit weak, but they have like a great final 5 episodes or something, that would really help. But yeah, we'll wait and see. I think it will keep the level. It will just have more dips than I think other seasons have had, like more maybe like kind of just mid episodes throughout. But maybe, who knows? Maybe season 6 and 7 is my favourite season, my 2 favourite seasons. We shall see. Avakanema, something along those lines, I'm sure. Do you still see Rory as an enjoyable character? I still do like Rory. Like again, people say they hate her character. I don't see that yet. I still don't hate Rory's character. Enjoyable, I don't think so. I don't think Rory is like when she's on screen. She's not like someone where I'm like, oh, I'd love to hang out with Rory or something. She seems so enjoyable to hang out with. She's just kind of like there. She's not like the worst main character I've seen, but it is that kind of typical case of like main character syndrome where the main character of every TV show never seems to be like the best character of the show. I mean, I guess you could argue Lorelai might be the best the main character as well, but yeah, it's like Lucas in One Tree Hill. It's just like you're never the worst character of the show, but you're never even close to being the best, and that's kind of how I feel about Rory. So again, we'll see where she ranks in the tier list, but she's not going to be super high up. Oslo asks, what are your predictions on what happens to each of the characters in Season 6? God, we won't do every character. Let's do Lane gets either pregnant or married to Zach, unfortunately. Because they've done the whole dating thing now. I see Zach getting down on one knee and proposing and ruining my life. So let's go with that with Lane. Let's go with Lorelai. Obviously, Luke they did the whole proposal thing. That feels too quick. I do see maybe a wedding happening with those two, but I think that would be in the final season. I don't think that would be this season. But then it's like 22 episodes. What do Luke and Lorelai do for 22 episodes? Maybe she does like actually get pregnant. I don't know. We'll see. Because yeah, maybe they could have like the wedding in this season, and then season 7 is them two living the married life. I guess that would be kind of cool, but I feel like that'd be. I don't want to break it up. Please don't do the whole breakup of Luke and Lorelai like every TV show has to do. We'll see on that one. Rory, I think her and Logan are continue to date. Maybe you get some Jess and Dean in there somewhere in the season. I still feel like there has to be a moment where Jess comes back and is this changed being, because again, people love that character so much. Like, he has to come back at some point for a few episodes, and he's like actually developed as a character. I'm waiting for that. Emily and Richard, I am starting to worry will just continue to be the same as they have continued to be. I keep waiting for this moment, and I felt like season 5 was like the perfect season for Emily to kind of have that moment that I've been wanting, but it didn't happen. Season 5 was literally, not even arguably, but literally her worst season in terms of likability. So yeah, we're at the lowest point with Emily, and I thought maybe at this point we'd be at the peak, but never mind. So yeah, they'll continue to just annoy me, I'm sure. But yeah, I think that, like I say, Lane will go with gets pregnant or married. It'll be one of those two. I know they're on tour at the moment, but I don't think that'll be much of a storyline that we'll see. Yeah, there's the main bunch anyway. I won't get into Kirk's doing whatever Kirk does. Jessica asks, the storyline with Logan's dad raises the question of whether Rory would actually make a good journalist. Do you think that the right career path for her, and if not, what should she do instead? Yeah, it's a good point. Like, I guess I've never been like blown away by Rory's journalistic abilities. Like, I've never watched a scene and gone like, oh yeah, I can see why this is the career path she's on. She's never really gone out to like get stories in Stars Hollow or anything like that. So maybe it's not. Maybe it is a simple case of like this isn't for her, and it's just kind of one of them, because everyone has that thing where they kind of start off on a career path maybe, and they just realise, oh no, this isn't this isn't for me in some way. I'm trying to think what that was for me. I don't know, like I've had jobs that obviously like I've not been into, but it's like that's just to have a job and just to pay rent. Now my job's literally doing this. It's like waffling off. So I don't know. I can't think of one for me. Like if I went down a career path that I eventually wasn't feeling, but it was more like I say random jobs. But this for her is like a career path. She sees this as a career path, and maybe it's something else. I guess we'll see. So yeah, Hope asks, how do you think Rory dropping out of Yale and moving in with her grandparents, I forgot she moved in with, oh my god, will affect her relationship with Lorelai, if at all? It will definitely affect the relationship with Lorelai. I'd be confused if it doesn't. And do you think Rory will ever return to school, or do you think she'll go on to do something else in season 6 and 7? Let's assume she takes majority of season 6 away from school. I think at that point it's too late. Not too late to return in terms of Rory's life, but I think too late in terms of the show wrapping up. In the final season, do we really want Rory in Yale again, like as her final storyline? Maybe not. I think they should have just had a finish it. I guess this does create like bits of drama, so maybe like story and writing wise, it's like the most interesting thing they could have done. But that's to be seen. I won't see that until we start getting into season 6. And as if it will affect. As for if it will affect her relationship with Lorelai, absolutely. Especially considering how Lorelai is with Emily and Richard. Especially Emily. It's just like, what are you doing, Rory? Rory knew that would hurt Lorelai. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? That actually pisses me off, genuinely. If Lorelai was a bad mom, sure. And like Rory got on so amazingly with the grandparents, but Rory loves them. She loves them definitely, but I won't say she hates them. But like she knows the drama that's gone on between the family, and she knows Lorelai's relationship with Emily. She still went to meet her. It's like, oh my god, you are 10 years old. So yeah, we'll see how that goes down. Salah asks, what were your favourite moments or episodes and moments from season 5? You know we're loading up the tract. Favourite episodes, I mean, episode 5, I loved. Again, it's kind of a low-rated one. Maybe I was in like a really good mood when I watched that, but really loved that episode. I guess because it was like new Luke and Lorelai as well. I think they had a bit of an argument. No, they hadn't had their argument there. That was just them dating. But this episode was really good. This was the episode where I decided I liked Logan. So, episode 7. That was apparently a great episode. What was this one? As Emily discovers that Rory is seeing Dean again, she calls a temporary truce with Richard. TJ and Liz are in this one. Oh yeah, and he was like hanging out. Yeah, that was a pretty good episode. This was a great episode. Richard sees Emily. Oh yeah, Richard being a menace to society. That was a really great episode. I enjoyed this. We had like all the Christopher drama, which I didn't love, but it was entertaining drama, I guess. Then these two arguing, getting back together. They didn't keep it. This was like a really good run. Episodes 12 to 17 were all great episodes. That was like a really good run. Then we had like a couple of low moments with this one. So yeah, moment wise, seeing Luke and Lorelai kind of dating, because we've just been waiting for it for so long. So just seeing that on screen was really good. I actually didn't mind Emily and Richard in the first half of the season. Like Emily dating, trying to date people. Like, I don't know. I was so done with Richard at that point, and I was still Team Emily that early on in the season. That was fun to see. Honestly, Logan is been a big highlight in season 5. Again, he's so different to Dean and Jess, but has similar qualities to both of them. But he's just like, I don't know. He bounces off Rory. Again, to be clear, I think she has more chemistry with Jess. I think on screen she's definitely had more chemistry with Jess, but Jess had way more flaws than. And Logan has flaws, don't get me wrong, but Jess was like a whole ass mess going on there and did not treat Rory as well as I think some people try to pretend he does. It's like, I don't know about that. So yeah, Logan's been the best relationship for her, I'd say. And Dean was just boring, so Dean had his moments, but he was boring. So yeah, it's kind of less storylines, I guess, this season, and more just like certain relationships that I really liked seeing on screen. And they just had some really fun, like this was a really fun episode. I'm doing the Tarantino episode was pretty cool. Oh yeah, Logan's family was a whole ass mess. Then Rory just pissing us off here is like, oh my god, grow up, man, what are we doing? So yeah, see my ratings here. Like, you don't get me wrong, we still had some episodes that were just a little bit mid, about 5 overall, but very good season, very good season. That is the tier list that we'll be doing in a minute. Where am I going? I'm going here. All right. Hammy asks, what did you think of Lorelai proposal? And will Luke say yeah? Oh yeah, it was Lorelai who proposed, was it? Yeah. God, I completely forgot about that. Ellie, do you want to go lick your bum outside? You just like, oh yeah, here's everyone. It's my turn. Listen to me, please. Eat my bum. Go. You can go. I love it. Ah, yes. The classic poster's been posted. Yep. You done? Okay. That was good fun for everyone. I'm glad we did that. Asking because I think you were annoyed with Rory by the end of the... I think so too. By the end of the episode, so wanted more gushing about Luke and Lorelai. Yeah, maybe I was like whiplashed. The conflicting emotions of Lorelai being heartbroken about Rory but finding peace and stability with Luke makes it one of my favourite moments in the show. Yeah, I can't remember my reaction to that moment, but I guess maybe I wasn't like the most... We did just go from Rory being a prick to that, so I guess you're right. Like, it did whiplash me a little bit, but I think I like build up to proposal scenes. Like when they're kind of just thrown out unexpectedly, it's been like, whoa, what the hell? I also just feel like it's not going to happen. Like, I think my brain went straight to that is not... They might say yes in the moment, but I just don't see... Maybe. I mean, we are wrapping up the show, but I think season-wise, it feels like we're getting close when you say, oh, we only have 2 seasons left. But then when you say we still have basically 50 episodes to go, I don't know. We'll see. Yasmin's whipped out the 4 questions. Okay. What do you wish for Lane's story arc? Do you think she'll stay with Zach? Yes. Given that Lorelai told Rory she did not want her to move back in with her, do you think Emily and Richard have a point in letting Rory move into the pool house after she visits them? Oh, yeah, Emily and Richard, like, they're of course going to let Rory move in with her. It's more Rory that I'm pissed off at. Emily, they love it. They'll love it. They'll be like, yes, we have this over Lorelai, amazing. Yeah, they're going to absolutely swim in it. Oh my god, it's going to do my head in. Does Lorelai let Rory down at all by telling her she cannot quit Yale and moving back in with her is not an option? This has a reply. Oh, geez, okay, we ain't doing all that. Does Lorelai let Rory down at all by telling her she cannot quit Yale and move back in with her? No. It might be a bit, like, seen a bit harsh, but no. It's like, at some point you have to, like, lay down the law a little bit and be like, telling her she can't quit Yale, I think, is absolutely valid. Maybe saying you can't move back in with me. I mean, it might be a bit harsh, but also grow up. Yeah, I don't think so. I think this person here agrees as well. Like basically what I'm skimming through, but yeah, grow up is my response. And what do you think for Rory and Lorelai's relationship this night? I think it's gonna be rough. I think it's gonna be their rockiest season with Rory and Lorelai, and I think that's primarily going to be because of Rory. So can't wait for that. D asks, what are your predictions for Luke and Lorelai's relationship as they navigate Lorelai's proposal and her possibly strained relationship with Rory after the event? Um, I don't think they get married. I just don't see it happening until the final season. Like, again, I don't want them breaking up. That, oh my god, don't. But I just don't see a wedding happening. Maybe like the fake pregnancy thing, like they did for like 5 minutes, is like a tease of what's to come for this season. Maybe Lorelai will get pregnant. So yeah, we'll see where that goes. But as for their relationship, I don't know because I think it's all well and good to be like, I just want to see them have a happy relationship. But TV shows have to create drama. They can't just have a couple be smooth sailing for 22 episodes. I mean, shows have done it. Like, I always think of how actually great it is that Haley and, spoilers for Tree Hill, Haley and Nathan in One Tree Hill stayed together for the most part for 9 seasons in that show. And they still managed to create drama between them both at times. Like, yes, we had, did Nathan cheat on her? No, he didn't. Like, random shit like that. That kind of went on. And I think they did maybe break up temporarily every now and again. But for the most part, like, they never... Haley never, like, went to Lucas or something like most shows would do. And Nathan never... I mean, he did hook up with Brooke, but it was... it was, like, before all the Haley stuff. So, you know, stuff like that never happened. Which is impressive because most teen dramas, especially, they have to kind of have these relationships and couples like breaking up. But Laura, like they're grown adults and they've been building up to this for so long. So we'll see what happens. I'd rather they just have like a more mundane story this season of them two just dating over than breaking up. So we'll see what happens. Rebecca asks, Rory is undeniably a good writer. I mean, I guess. However, do you think she would be more suited to writing fiction, for example, or journalism? That's true, yeah. And what do you think of the characters of Mitchum and Shira, Logan's mum? Is that the mum and the... Oh, is Mitchum the dad? Mitchum's the dad, I think. I can't stand the mum. And I can't even really stand the dad, but he serves more of a purpose to the story. So I don't mind him being in the show, I guess. Yeah, that's a good idea. Like, good point. Writing fiction could be something like maybe she becomes just an author or something, like a writer instead of a journalist. Would be a good point. Yeah, yeah. I could see that. I could see that. Denise asks, "What are your thoughts on Laura proposing to Luke?" As I've mentioned, cute moment. I just don't. My mind goes to like the negative straight away. It's like this not gonna happen. D asks, "We now only have 2 seasons, 44 episodes left of the original series. Do you have any specific ideas for how you would want the show to end?" Gee, I'm very simple when it comes to like ending. Just don't try to do too much, and keep it like. There's so many shows where they just try to do too much in their finale. Like you want it. It must be so hard to write a finale because you want to make it exciting. Like you want to make it a memorable finale, and you got to have like enough conflict and drama going into that, and then you have to like wrap it up in 40 minutes. So I'm very simple though. It's like Luke and Lorelai married, boom. We got to have the wedding. They're married, boom. Maybe she's like it ends where she's kind of pregnant or something, so she gets to be a mum, and Luke gets to be. I mean, he's kind of like a dad to Rory, but you know, like he gets to be a dad. You know, all right, cool. Lorelai and Emily are on good terms. Please God. I mean, I'm sure they'll be on like good terms at the end, but they gotta have like that moment. Oh my God, I'll be so disappointed if they don't have like that moment. And you know what I mean? Not like some boring like, Laura, just like Emily. I'm not asking for perfection. I'm not asking for her to like go through every single moment she's wronged her and be like, I was in the wrong because of this. I was in the wrong. I'm not asking for that, but just like something. I don't want to come out of the Emily arc disappointed, basically. Rory and Lorelai will, of course, be on good terms by the end of the show, so maybe Rory will die. She won't. But I know they'll like those do it in the 10 years later thing or whatever. So Rory ain't dying. That'll be wild. I don't think any characters die of like consequence in Gilmore anyway. It just isn't that kind of show. It doesn't need to be. So yeah, they'll be on good terms. Rory will end up with. I think she'll end up with Logan. I don't see her ending up with Jess. Maybe, but Jess would have to come back soon, and it'd have to be different. But I think she'll end up with Logan. Kirk and Lola get married. Would be good. Taylor dies. Taylor can die. Jackson can die. Jackson gets eaten alive by vegetables. That'd be kind of cool. No, Sookie and Jackson will be fine, I'm sure. They'll probably have a third kid. They'll be like, what can we do for Sookie this season? She could be pregnant, I guess. Michelle finds someone. Michelle's got to find someone by the end of the show. And let's be real, it's got to be a guy. It's got to be a guy. I know they've never like said it and never like even hinted at it, but we all know. So Michelle's got to find a guy. I don't think we have anyone in mind that he could be with, so we've got to like create a new character. But given he's such a good character, like they never overuse him. I'll say that every time I do a tier list, but they never overuse him. He's just there. He's funny. He's a good character. He's never like the best character of the episode or the show, but he's very consistent. Denise asks, do you think Lorelai pushed Rory to her grandparents' last thing? True. I guess like in Rory's defense, what was her other option? She could have just stayed at Yale, but realistically, if she was going to quit Yale and that was the decision she made, and Lorelai was saying, you're not living with me, did she have another option other than her grandparents? To be fair to Rory, I don't think she made the right choice by quitting Yale still, but I guess she could have gone to Lane. Like, they probably had room there, so that would have been an option. She could have gone to Sookie, but realistically, of course, she's going to rather stay with Emily over Sookie. Logan, no. I'm like, no. Yeah, I guess the other option would have been Lane. And she could, like, you can't say Paris because Paris is staying at Yale and Rory isn't staying there. So, yeah, I guess Rory, to be fair to her, that was like her only other option. So, yeah. Would you rather see the creators introduce any new characters into the show? Or would you prefer? Yeah, I think bringing a couple of new characters. I think that'd be cool. As long as they're interesting. I don't mind shows bringing in new characters towards the end of a show. It's just they have to be interesting. If you bring in new characters and they're dull and you are starting to wrap up the show, oh, that ain't good. I can't think of any off the top of my head, but I'm sure there's like so many examples of that where it's like, oh, what are we doing? Come on. Like, obviously you'd rather them more focus on the characters that we already know, but like I say, and I think it's different when you have a show that has like 8 episodes. Sex Education is a perfect example. Boom. The final season of that introduced so many new characters, and all of them are crap. They were all shit. And we just left so much to... Sex Education Season 4 was a whole ass mess, but that was a perfect example of you just introduced a bunch of new characters for no reason, instead of focusing on the characters that needed it. Sex Education could have introduced new characters if they were interesting, but none of them were. It's just like, oh my god. Denise asks, do you think Luke will say yes to Lorelai? No. I think he'll say no. Yasmin's back with 3 more and another. Oh my god, we have so many questions. No, not that many actually. Were you at all disappointed that Lorelai proposed not Luke, and they've actually seen failures? Oh, I've seemed surprised. But like unsurprised. No, I think it's different. I just don't see it happening. Is Emily still queen? We'll get to that in the tier list, but oh, Emily, why have you done this to me? I probably said at some point Emily will always be at number 1. I'm pretty sure I said she'll always be at number 1 unless she kills a dog. Well, you can also add unless she destroys Lorelai. I've just read this question. What the fuck? Oh, wait. I think I asked this before, but here it is again. In your first reaction to Gossip Girl, you mentioned that after season 1, you could imagine reacting to 2 episodes a week. I don't... Oh, no. That ain't happening. We've got 44 eps left. I'm not rushing through. I know a lot of people want me to just be done with the show in like 3 months oh, we can get it all done. You could do like 5 eps a week. It's like, no. I think when I started the show, I was like, oh, there's so much. If I start to really get into the show, I'll do 2 weeks. But Gilmore Girls for me has always been one of those shows. As much as I enjoy it, and like I say, it's my favorite show, so I want it to last for stars. But two, I like the 1 episode a week. I like just doing 1 episode a week. I never feel the need with this show to like be like, okay, I need to get 3 of these out every single week. I do feel that with Van Darius because my god, that's dragging. But that's a whole other story. Carolina, what's your expectations for Rory's storyline now that she's in with Emily and Richard? How do you think that? Also, like their relationship with Emily, I think she'll get closer to Emily and Richard probably, or she'll really start to understand why Lorelai couldn't do it, why Lorelai had to get out of there. Maybe it'll bring her closer to Lorelai in some way. Like she'll live how Lorelai lived. I mean, I'm sure would have been harsher on Lorelai than there would be Rory because Rory's like this angel to them. But yeah, maybe Rory will. I don't think that'll be the case, but it could be a really good way for like Rory and Lorelai close anyway. But it could bring them a bit closer. Right, I read that out of like the corner of my eye. But which vegetable do you think Jackson likes making love to the most? All right, let's be realistic about that. It ain't a tomato. Is a tomato a vegetable? Is that like a whole debate going on? It ain't a tomato. Carrot, maybe. I think carrot is up there. Broccoli, no. Cauliflower, no. Cabbage. I could see Jackson getting down and dirty with a cabbage, 100%. So it's between a carrot, a cabbage, an aubergine. I mean, aubergine is like the obvious one. A cucumber, yes. Yeah, Jackson definitely is sucking off a cucumber. Easy. A turnip, no. I'll give him that. I don't think he's having sex with any turnips. What I mean, there's so many vegetables, but off the top of my head, I can't think of any more. Yeah, okay, we'll say he's having sex with carrots. He's having sex with aubergines. He's having sex with cucumbers, because they're like the 3. Like, there's a lot you can do with them. I'm sure some of you have experimented yourselves with some of those. And then a cabbage, he's definitely doing stuff with cabbages. So there you go. There's the 4 that he's making love to the most. Amazing question, honestly. Yasmin asks, do you think that this season there will be a different storyline? Oh my god, I hope so. Oh my god, imagine they just have her be pregnant again. I honestly don't care. Like, what can you even do? I'm married to Jackson. All right, yeah, great. You're married to the worst character of the show. Have fun. Nicole asks, are there any storylines you see potentially being introduced in season 6 or 7 that you would be disappointed by? Disappointed by. If Rory and Emily are just pricks throughout the entire season, like, I get it's going to be rough with Lorelai for a bit, but don't have that be the entire season. Lane and Zach being together, but I just know that is going to be a thing, so that is pointless. Me even being worried about that, like, they are just going to be together, so that. Lorelai and Luke, obviously, like, breaking up over. If they break up, and I'm like, you know what, that was a justified, amazing reason as to why they should break up, then I guess I could live. But if they break up some bullshit like, oh yeah, I cheated on you, oh yeah, them, you know, kind of like a New Girl where they broke up because they disagreed on so much. And it's like, not really. Maybe a little bit, but not that much. So yeah, those. Suki, can Suki really have a storyline that I'd be super invested in at this point, is my question. Probably not. Christopher coming back. Actually, I don't. Christopher's a hard one because it's like, I'd rather he be involved in the show than he just doesn't exist, because like he is still Rory's dad, but it's like. I feel like Christopher, every time he comes in, it's like he brings drama with him, and he also just contradicts himself so much. He makes no sense. So he's such a difficult one. I remember I was like not rooting for him. I guess I was on like the side of Christopher up till like the season 2 finale, and I was like, oh mate, yeah, piss off now. So it's been a while. Oh yeah, I think that's good enough. We'll say that. Vivian asks, "What do you think of Logan as a boyfriend?" Team Logan here. Oh, we have a Team Logan, a Logan head. Yeah, as I've said, I think he's the best. He's not perfect. They're still, but they're all still young. Like, I have to give him my like Rory, Logan, Dean, Jess. They're like all teenagers. They're figuring things out. I guess they're going into like. I guess Rory might be turning maybe 20 this season, maybe around there, something around that age. So yeah, Logan. I think he's like the best love interest that she's had in terms of. I, it's hard because Jess was more fun, and again, she had more chemistry with Jess, but Jess just his flaws were more and they were stronger than Logan's. So I have to go Team Logan as well on that one. Cassandra asks, "What are some possible jobs you think Kirk will have this season?" Oh my god, it could be anything. Stripper. I want to see filmmaker Kirk come back, directed by a film by Kirk. I want to see more of that, but I mean, whatever. Potential homeowner. It's not really a job, but something he could do. A landlord. You could get that in there. The tax man. He's already done like the mailman, the milkman. I'm sure he's done. A gardener. He hasn't done that. A builder. I don't know if he's built anything yet. Oh, there's everything. Every job under the sun Kirk's got to have at some point. Elisa asks, "What do you think?" How far away from it? Oh my god, all right. What do you? I just feel like I'm waffling. I hope you guys don't mind. Elisa asks, "What do you think Rory's next arc will be if she drops out of Yale? Also, if you end up rewatching season 1 and 2 in the future, put it up there. I'll totally pay to see the the rewatch." Oh my god. Yeah, I don't know if I'd film it. I always like the idea of like going back to the first episodes of certain shows and just rewatching the first episodes. But I do so many like shows anyway. It's just I've never like had the time. However, I don't know if it goes up today. I am starting a third. I guess you'll get the exclusive if you're watching this like super early, like when it goes up. But I'm doing a third channel, and I think basically that channel is going to be where I just upload whatever I want. Because I always have like video ideas. I'm like, it just wouldn't fit on the main channel and it just would get buried very quickly. So, like, I want to do like ranking all the haircuts I've had. I want to rank Naruto characters. I want to like go back and rewatch first episodes, like I mentioned, and it just feels like that'll be the channel where I can just dump fun. I mean, the main channel's got fun stuff as well, obviously, but like just the fun stuff that I like don't care about it being buried too quickly. So, yeah, that'll be going up I think today or tomorrow. That channel. But yeah, maybe that's something for that channel where I kind of rewatch episode 1 or something. I don't think I'd rewatch seasons 1 and 2. But again, at that channel, I could do like a video where I talk about season 1 again or talk about season 2 again once I've finished it. So yeah, that's something. So what was actually your question? what do you think Rory's next role will be? That drops out. Yeah, I think being a nuisance. Lulu asks, "Do you think at any point in the future you'll react to the first season after you finish the series?" I won't react to all 22 episodes. I don't see that happening. I don't think the videos will be as fun as maybe. I don't know. I guess rewatches could be fun as a video, but it's like 22 other videos I've got to do and then edit and stuff. So, no. But I maybe if I was to do it, it definitely would be the pilot. I would 100% do that. And I still want to do that with Friends as well. I want to go back and I've not rewatched the first episode of Friends since I reacted to it. So I definitely want to do that with Friends. And there's some other shows I'd like to go back to the first episode for as well. But in terms of the whole first season, I don't think so. But I would do a video, like I say, talking about season 1 as a whole if I was to give it a rewatch. But that would be like at least a year after I'd finished the show. It wouldn't be like super quick. Maybe though, maybe. It depends. Because I guess it's just like the first step. Lulu asks, also, is this your favourite season to react to? Season 5 isn't my favourite season. Unless you meant show, is it my favourite show to react to? Not of all time, but currently reacting to, yes, it is my number 1. But maybe you did actually mean a season. Yeah, I think I'd say season 5 is my favourite season. I don't know, it's hard. I think other seasons it's different. This one feels like the most different season as well. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's a mix up between season 5 and I think that other person said, but season 5 or season 3, I think are the two options. Season 4 is pretty close as well. So yeah. What are your predictions for the characters now? Daniela asks. We got to that earlier. And then Daniela also asks, what were your favourite and least favourite story plots throughout the 5th season? We spoke a little bit about my favourite, but least favourite... I didn't mind the idea of the storyline, but I guess Richard and Emily got back together very quickly without... It felt like they didn't even really learn much. It was just like, okay, that happened and now we're back together kind of thing. Like Richard didn't learn anything from it. It felt like he still, I don't know. It felt like he didn't like a part. I don't know. That was a weird one because I didn't mind the storyline, but the resolution to it, I guess, was a little bit underwhelming. Lane and Zach, I can't care about. Suki being pregnant. Suki was boring. People love her to death. I get it. I actually watched rewatched Bridesmaids a couple of weeks ago. Melissa McCarthy was very good in that film. Arguably, apart from Rose Byrne, I have a bias to Rose Byrne, but Melissa McCarthy was the funniest character in that. So she does... I've always thought she does have that comedic quality. I've just never found her funny in other films. Here, she's good as Suki, don't get me wrong, but she's just boring. She's just boring. And I think she's quite often a bad friend to Lorelai. Honestly, I know no one's going to agree with that, but Casey asks, do you think Lorelai only likes Dean because she sees herself more in Jess and Logan and hates that? It's a fan theory. And then Laura responds, other than the fact that Rory was so up and down emotionally in the beginning of their relationship, she doesn't like Logan because he fits in with her parents' lifestyle. The one she ran away with is an unwelcome surprise that, unlike her, Rory may actually enjoy and fit into that lifestyle. So it's a fan theory that she only likes Dean because she sees more of herself in Jess and Logan. Yeah, I get. What would you say? Yeah, because I guess with the Christopher situations as well, she probably sees that a bit with Jess. And Logan's very similar to her upbringing, like Emily and Richard and stuff. So Dean was the most different, maybe. But I also feel like Dean created the least amount of drama with Rory, and it felt like he was a very safe kind of love interest. I mean, I don't know if Lorelai went off Dean, but it's like Lorelai had a problem with the Dean relationship when Dean was cheating on his wife. When it's like, oh, okay, maybe you're not this great, amazing guy kind of thing, but everything up to that, it was like, okay, Dean's is a safe option. He, I'm not the biggest fan of Dean, but it's he did love Rory and cared about her, and he's just boring. And Jess is very early on. He was rude to Lorelai. She was kind of rude to him as well, but rude to Lorelai. They had that car crash incident which put her off him. And he was the rebel. The whole town hated him. So, and then Logan, the first time she sees Logan, it's he's trying to have sex with Rory, or they're about to have sex, and again, not the best first impression maybe. And so I think it's interesting fan theory, but I think it's just more simple of the interactions with Jess and Logan were just not as good as her interactions with Dean, and Dean making more of an effort, I guess. Laura asks, what would you like to see Rory doing now that she's dropped out of uni? I hope they don't do the whole Rory's a rebel now, she's doing drugs, something like that. Oh yeah, great, we get to see druggy Rory. She's bro, she turns into Heisenberg for the whole season. That would actually kind of go hard. I'd kind of actually want to see that. She's secretly selling drugs in Stars Hollow. I mean, we'll see. What would I like to see doing though? I mean, going back to Yale. At one, she's like, shit, I've kind of made a mistake here, and go straight back to Yale. Because I don't want that to be her last season. Why don't she just do Yale in season 6? Because it was fun. And then season 7 is her done with Yale, and she's doing whatever. I don't know, we'll see. I honestly really don't know, to be honest. Michelina is how I'd say that, which is probably completely wrong. Michelina. Is option 1, Michelina, or option 2, Michelina, the correct one? Or is it option 3, neither? Are there any characters and slash or relationships you didn't see in season 5 that you'd like to see in season 6? Lane and Dave, Lane and Dave, because they weren't in season 5. Bring that back. Boom. Michelle and someone else. Get someone for Michelle in there. Again, a guy. Let's be real. It's a guy. We're bringing a new guy character. Let's call him Bradley. Bradley waltzes on in. He's a charmer. And him and Michelle fall in love. Boom. There you go. There's another relationship for you. What else? I don't know. I guess Paris has thingy now. Whatever his name is. I've actually blanked on his name. Neil. Everyone else kind of has their relationship that I see them ending up with. Like, you have Logan and Rory. You have Luke and Lorelai. You have Emily and Richard. Yeah, I can't think of anyone else that I'm like, they need a new... Like, Suki and Jackson are going to end up together. So... Oh, Kirk... I want to see more of Kirk and Lola. And they're still together. I like them two together, but it's like, if we could see a bit more of them, that would be quite nice. Because they are fun. They're fun on screen. Am I missing it? I'm probably missing it. When we get to the tier list, I'll probably point out, like, oh yeah, I forgot that character completely. Debbie asks, you detest Jackson. I mean, sure. Do you think that there is anything he can do in the next couple of seasons that would make you hate him even more? I thought the question was going to go to, do you think there's anything he could do that would make you love him? But to hate him even more... I wonder what was like the... When did I start hating Jackson? I just can't remember. Like, season 1, I feel like he wasn't too bad. And my reaction to him was that he was fine. I felt like his comedy is just so bad. He's so unfunny. So that's probably where it started. And then the shit he comes out with. He's also a terrible dad. I never see him looking after his kid, ever. He's always just talking about vegetables, which... Like, come on. We all know it's happening. That's all he talks about. He's also an absolute knob to Lorelai a lot of the time. Just a knob to other people constantly. He's like Taylor, but he thinks he's the nice guy. That's what it is. I think Taylor secretly knows he's a prick, but he just enjoys it. Whereas Jackson thinks he's like the nice guy. He's the classic Mouth from Tree Hill, Dawson from Dawson's Creek, where it's like, I'm the nice guy. Apart from everyone else in the town also thinks he's the nice guy. But we know. No, he's not. He's a knob. He's a penis. He just tries to hide it better, but he ain't hiding it from me. He's... yeah, I don't know. Something about Jackson is... If you had him as a friend in real life, watch you back. That's what I'd say. Merle asks, what are some storylines you would like to see now with Rory dropping out, Lorelai proposing to Luke, Lorelai and her parents having a fight about Rory and Lorelai mad at each other? Any scenes that you're really hoping for? I feel like I've kind of gone over that already, but like I said, Emily and Lorelai reconciling. But I say that every season and it never happens. If anything, it got worse when I kind of suggested that, so I won't suggest that again. I want to see Rory like fully appreciate what Lorelai had to go through when she lived with them. Like, maybe it won't be quick, but like over time. Yeah. Equinox asks, were you surprised? This is our final two. We've actually made it after 45 minutes. Were you surprised that Jess didn't show up this season? Maybe you brought him up at some point in the season. I don't remember. Yeah. I guess maybe not, because it kind of gives Lorelai and Logan their time without, like, because we had Dean early in the season, so you already kind of had that back and forth with an ex. I mean, he wasn't an ex at the time, but, you know, you already had that back and forth. So, did we need Jess involved in season 5? Maybe not, but him being involved in season 6, I could be okay with that, depending on what he's doing and if he has changed. I know I was surprised that he wasn't even in an episode back when I first saw the season after the last time we saw him at Yale. I recently found out that they wanted Jess to be in this season. Okay, I figured that maybe Milo was not up for it after how they butchered Jess's character. And he was, oh, was he doing Heroes at the time as well? Had that started? Oh my god. Wow, I guess, no, I guess, yeah, I'm trying to think of season one, Peter Petrelli, his character in Heroes. And I guess he does age a little bit, but then, yeah, he's young in Heroes season one as well, so maybe not that much. So, yeah, maybe he wasn't up for it. And why did you accept Liz so quickly when, because of her negligence in this, is the reason that Jess is the way he is? The show just glosses over how she was before she entered in season four, and made it seem that Jess was the problem all along. Yeah, you have a point. I guess I never really thought about it much because the show never made as you point out, they never made a deal of it, which is interesting. That feels like it could have been more of a story because they did touch on it a little bit that both Jess's parents were just neglectful of him. Um, yeah, I get simple as I never thought about it because the show never thought about it. So there's so many other things in the show to focus on, but yeah, I get Jess is still like I think he's at an age where he can obviously he can make his own choices. Like it's kind of how I feel about Rory, where it's like you can't just put the I don't know. It's a tricky one. It's a tricky one because if you do have two parents that are that negligent towards you, obviously a lot of blame goes on the parents, but like that doesn't excuse Jess being an absolute prick to Rory and Lorelai as well, and a prick to Luke. But him and Luke did have some good moments. It is a tricky one. It is a tricky one. I do actually wish, now you've pointed out, I do wish the show focused on that more. That like Jess is the way he is because of this. And I guess in hindsight, it's like that's kind of obvious. Maybe you didn't need to focus on it too much, but yeah, I guess I was more focused on like Jess is just being a penis, and he can help that, despite kind of that being those being his parents. And I don't love Liz, to be fair. I think she's like fine. I don't love Liz or anything, but yeah, Jennifer. Final question: do you think that Kelly Bishop deserved an Emmy for her performance for Emily? I guess it really depends who else was. What would that be like? The year. I mean, when did season 5? 2004. So around then you have like Keith Sutherland in 24. You have Lost is starting to air. Heroes, like someone mentioned, had just begun airing. I think around 2000. Had it actually? Heroes. I always forget if that's how you spell Heroes. Never looked. 2006. So they would have been filming it. Season 1. Oh, season 1 was so good. There he is, Milo. If no one's watched Heroes, watch season 1 and then stop. No, the other season 2, like the other seasons have their moments, but season 1 is so good. And there's Milo playing Peter Petrelli, which is very. I seem to remember he's good enough. I had such a crush on Ali Larter in this show. My God, such a good. There he is again. Yeah, a great villain, just a really great show. But yeah, I guess Heroes was starting at that time. What season was 24 on? Because I remember Keith Sutherland won an Emmy for. I think he won it for season 5, so I think that was like 2005 or something. So I think. Oh no, season. So he would have got it in 2006. I guess the Emmy would have been, but yeah, Heroes was airing. I don't think so. I don't think she deserved an Emmy. I think House was airing at this time, 2004. So House was airing. You got Grey's Anatomy on. I mean, Gilmore's is better than Grey's Anatomy, but I'm just thinking in terms of acting wise. These are like I'm just thinking of like everyone I've just spoken about though is all male actors, and this is gonna be bad. But I can't think of like any female-led shows in 2004. I guess like Lost. I don't think like Evangeline Lilly was ever nominated for any Emmys, and I don't think she should have been. She wasn't like Emmy worthy in Lost. 24 had like no women in other than Chloe O'Brien, I guess. House, like these characters weren't even in the show early on, so I guess the only like woman was And again, I won't say Emmy worthy, to be honest. Oh, did you have like the L Word? Was that? That was quite a bit. I guess. No, we're going on a tangent here. Yeah, 2004 was the L Word. No, not Desperate Housewives. What's the other one? Sex and the City. That's what I'm thinking of. Sex and the City. That was quite big. I think I want to say around this. Oh no, that was 90s. Really? Wow. I thought that was early 2000s. I guess it was finishing around that time. I've not seen it, so I don't know if any of these were like Emmy worthy. You guys would have to let me know. This is a show we'll react to at some point, by the way. I know it's kind of got bad ratings here, but I feel like it's one of those cult classics, and it's not very long. Like season 1 is very short. Season 5 is very short, and then the other seasons are like a decent length. I think Desperate Housewives is one that people vote for more. Desperate Housewives. But that's like really long. When was that airing? 2004. So that was airing at this time, yeah. Again, not seen it, so I can't speak on if any of these were Emmy worthy. But how many episodes is that? 179. That's a little bit longer than 90. But I'm sure we'll do this at some point. They're pretty good ratings for the seasons as well. Like it only really drops off for seasons 6 and 7. There's a bit of a dip, but yeah, I don't want to see any spoilers because we will do this at some point. It's always very close on the poll, but it never quite wins. But yeah, that is one. I think that'll be like a fun one to do. But yeah, there's some shows anyway. Haven't really mentioned any. I can't think of like. I could just search like who was winning. So we are going on a massive tangent here, but okay. So Sarah Jessica Parker did win for Sex and the City. Oh yeah, Friends. Of course, Friends. I'm trying to think. So that would have been Jennifer Aniston was nominated. Would that be for season, like the final season, or like towards the end? Malcolm in the Middle, Life with Bonnie, Everyone Loves Raymond, don't they? Oh, that's a comedy series or a drama. It'd be drama. So no, because we're just waffling here. But Gilmore Girls was put into the comedy. Is that right? I guess they would submit it as that. But The West Wing, The Sopranos. Again, I always see this. Every time I think of The Sopranos, I just think 90s, but that did go over into the 2000s. Alias. I really want to watch Alias. I've heard it's like 24, but instead of Jack Bauer, you have Jennifer Garner, which is cool. So I really want to watch that. But yeah, I guess looking at the competition, and she would be supporting. Sex and the City just cleaned it looked like back in the day. I've not seen Sex and the City, so I can't speak on that. But I mean, she could have been nominated. Did she get nominated or anything? Outstanding. No, it doesn't look like it. We ran it in 2005. Lost 24. Dead. Oh my god. It is so good. I want to do like, again, speaking of that over channel, I want to do like a video kind of going through some of these. Patricia Arquette I've never even heard of that, I'm not gonna lie. The Shield I've heard of. Alias again, she got nominated again. Outstanding support in a comedy. 2.5 Men. The West Wing. Sandra Oh got nominated for Grey's Anatomy. That's cool, but yeah. Yeah, maybe she should have then. Like looking at the competition here again, I've not seen some of these, but why not? I think she's really good, but I was just kind of thinking of like the competition around that time. But kind of looking at it there, I mean, you have Friends, which was obviously huge. You have Sex and the City, which was huge. The West Wing, I've not seen, but is I think still pretty huge. So yeah, why not? Should she have deserved it? Maybe she wouldn't have won, but nomination, I would have put her in there personally. Right, we have waffled for way too long. Let's go on to the character tier list. All right, here we go, guys. We have 18 characters to get through. I could have added more. I could have made that like 25 characters, but some characters I just don't have much to say on. So we got goated, fantastic, really good, just good, meh, and trash. We're gonna we'll do our classic. We'll do our little Richard. All right, Richard, you're going up first, mate. We're going to put you in just good. He definitely has his moments, I think, when he's like I say, you can tell he loves Rory. I think you can tell he does love Lorelai. He just goes about things horrendously. He's always, not always, but he's getting involved in his own little way. I think he thinks he's a bit of a saint when he's really not. So yeah, Richard does my head in a lot, but there you are. I'm not going to close my eyes. We're just going to get through these. I want to get him out of the way. Trash. Bye. At the bottom, boom. Christopher's trash. I was willing to give him the benefit of the doubt in season 1 and season 2. Shocking. But yeah, he's fumbled it since then, and he continues to just be an absolute nuisance, getting involved when he's like a grown adult with his own kid, and he's still trying to get him. And again, I've always said I don't mind the idea of Christopher being in it to be a dad to Rory, but every time he tries to do that, it's because of some other agenda. It's never to, and you guys have mentioned this before already, but that's always the case. It's never to just be a dad to Rory. It has to be something else involved. So what is all this crap? Oh, that's Spike. Really? I guess that's arguably worse. Can we go back? All right, let's go Paris. Why not? Paris, I'm going to say, is fantastic. She's still like Paris. Like, she still has some moments where she might be a bit over the top or annoying, but she's just really good fun. She's a fun character. She's grown on me so much since she was first introduced into the show. Again, I did like, but she annoyed me more than she didn't when it first started. But yeah, she's grown on me loads, I think. And again, her relationship with Doyle isn't the most exciting thing in the world, but it's definitely better than Lane and Zach, for example. So we might as well get Doyle in there. I'd put Doyle at... I don't know if I'd go quite as far as really good. I don't think he's like a really good character, but I think he is a good character, for sure. I do like him. He's grown on me more, kind of like Paris, since he was first introduced to it. He's kind of like exactly the same. Paris kind of is as well, but he has more likeable moments than unlikable moments. So, yeah, Doyle, if we can get more of him in season 6, I think that would be quite good. More of their actual relationship. So, we'll see where that goes. Let's go with Taylor. Trash. Trash. Would I put him above Christopher, though? Again, Taylor knows he's a knob. He knows he's a knob. Christopher's sneaky about it. I don't know. That is hard. And while we're at it, we might as well get him in there. The Three Musketeers of ass cheeks, man. Yeah, Taylor's a prick. He just bullies. He bullies, like, everyone in the town. I guess that's his thing to do. We were meant to feel bad for him one of the episodes. Like, I don't feel bad for Taylor at all. His whole 1v1 with Jackson, which was an actual episode. Jackson, I've said all I need to say about Jackson in the Q&A. I mean, yeah. I think he's a snake. Liz, I'd say Liz is... She wasn't even really in this season. I think she was in like 1 or 2 episodes. I'll say she's meh. She's just... I don't think about Liz at all. Like, I really don't even think about Liz until she's like on the screen having a scene. She exists. She's a meh character to me. No opinion, to be honest. Then we'll go Miss Kim. I'll say just good, but at the bottom. I think they rushed. So I like the idea of her and Lane kind of being at odds and then learning more about each other and growing together to like form that bond. But it felt a little bit rushed and quick and more like they were trying to do it for comedy. Whereas like we built up to it for that was such a big storyline in season 4, and then this season it was like, oh yeah, Lane's mum's organising the tour and going on tour with them, and she loves rock. And it's like, okay, we've done like a whole switch. It's kind of like how I don't want the Emily thing to be, where it's just like a sudden switch up. It's like, no, we need to build up to it a little bit. And I guess they did have moments where she'd like come round and visit the house. She'd meet Zach and give him more of a chance, but I guess I was more thrown off with just I think it was the finale or the penultimate episode where she was like just really on board with everything all of a sudden. So that's not so much to do with the character, that's just that storyline. But as a character, she's kind of the same I've always felt. She's like a good character. She's fun sometimes. Then other times she's really annoying. So yeah, then we'll go... Oh yeah, Zach. We might as well. I don't think Zach is trash. I don't think he's like a trash character, but I think he's very meh. I don't think about Zach. I think he's very boring. I think Lane can do so much better. Someone pointed out, like, I could rather see Lane with the nerdier guy. And honestly, I agree, because at least he comes out with lines of dialogue that make me laugh. At least. That's never going to happen, obviously, but, like, I mean, it could do, but we'll see. Maybe we should ditch Zach for him. But Zach is just so boring. He's meant to be like this player that hooks up with a ton of people, and it's like, I mean, I guess I don't really get that vibe from Zach at all. He's just Mardy. He's just Mardy. So, and honestly, he's a bit of a dick to Lane a lot of the time. So, yeah, don't really care for Zach at all. I don't think he's like the worst character, but for Lane's love interest, Lane, who I would argue is a really good character, is a bit disappointing. I think Lane at times is fantastic, but I think, again, her storyline this season has been very Zach focused, which I'm just not into. That is like the one relationship that I'm just really not into with this show at the moment. So, yeah, Lane could have been fantastic, but her story just hasn't been the most interesting this season. I think it's been better in literally every other season so far. Ellie, you're eating your bum again. Go do it outside. Go do it outside. Yeah, you don't need to do it right next right next to me. You can do it. No. There you go. I love you, but no. Then we'll go. Let's go Suki. Suki is this season. Can we be honest? Honesty hour with Suki in this season. In season 5, we are talking about. Keep that in mind, please. This is not the overall show. This is season 5. Deep down, you agree with me. That's the thing. You'll never admit it, but deep down, you agree that in season 5, Suki was meh as anything. She's one of the most boring characters. Yeah, her whole storyline was I'm pregnant, and that's it. And I'm going to be useless in terms of the hotel. So thanks for that, I guess. Very terrible business partner. That was the whole storyline. So yeah, not as bad as Jackson. I mean, that would be something. But yeah, she was very, very boring this season. I did not care about her at all. Michelle, a better business partner than Suki. We'll go. I'm going to say really good for Michelle. He doesn't do much. Like, he doesn't have storylines, but like I always say, Michelle, they don't need to. I mean, I say that while also saying in the Q&A that I wanted to have a love interest, but I think that'd be cool, and that could be just like you kind of cut to it every now and again. It doesn't need to be like a whole storyline. But yeah, I really like him. He's very consistent, funny. I think he has his funny moments. Yeah, he has his Mardis for sure, but I like his tantrums. I think a lot of times tantrums that characters do consistently would just get on my nerves, but Michelle's one of those where his tantrums are always quite funny. Alright, we'll get Kirk done. I think Kirk has been better in other seasons, honestly. He's still very funny. He's Kirk. Oh my god, I thought I was about to do it again. It's Kirk being Kirk, which we love. We don't need him to do anything else, but I felt like he was funnier in other seasons for sure. I'm still going to put him in Fantastic, just not as high. I think usually he'd be in the go-to tier, but not so much this time around. I don't know. I think like I say, he's just had better seasons. It's as simple as that. But still an amazing character, obviously. So yeah, we love Kirk. This is literally the main group of the season, I guess. We'll go Logan. I'm going to say Logan's fantastic. I'm going to put him above Kirk this season and above Paris. I really like Logan. I like to say best love interest for Rory so far. I didn't realise that would be so controversial, but it is. We have the few Logan peoples in there, though. They are there. They do exist. But yeah, I really like Logan's character. I think he's fun. I think he brought good storylines with him. I think the worst thing you can have for like a love interest is like Zach. They're just boring, and Logan wasn't that. Like whether you like or don't like Logan, I don't think you say he's like a boring character. Like he did bring fun storylines with him. So yeah, one of the better parts of the entire season for sure. Then we'll go. Let's do Luke. Luke. It's just Luke. He's very consistent. I like that the drama between him and Lorelai was never dragged out. Like they resolved things within a few episodes if it did happen. I think it happened a couple times in the season. They resolved it fairly quickly. And yeah, I just love that we finally got to see him and Lorelai in a relationship. And yeah, he's just like say one of the most consistent characters of the show. He still has his tantrums and his Marty Luke moments, but kind of like Michelle, I don't mind them so much when it comes to Luke's character. Emily, yeah, we'll do that in a bit. Let's do Rory. Rory, as we said in the Q&A, she has that main character syndrome where she's just never going to be the best character of her own show, like Lucas in One Tree Hill, but she's still good. But that ended, oh, bro, I'm like, that final episode was rough. That was a rough Rory moment. Like, the whole time I've been waiting to see why I want to. And again, I don't hate a character. I wouldn't put her in trash. I wouldn't put her in meh. Um, just good. She's obviously better than Miss Kim. She's better than Richard. She's better than Doyle. But she might be there. Yeah. If we go into the finale, she'd be in trash. But the whole season, I don't know. I can't hate her character yet. I'm not there yet. So we'll go away these ads, man. Yeah, we'll put her in just good. I'm fine with that. I don't think she's like really good. I think she's still a little bit boring, but she's had fun moments with Logan, I think, and yeah, I can't put her lower than that, but I can't really put her higher. I the words Rory, really good character, just don't fit right now. So we'll put her in just good. All right, let's do Emily. Oh no. Oh, this is rough. This is rough. I don't know if I can do this. The thing is with Emily, she's a nightmare. She's been a nightmare this season. I can't even deny that. But she's still been an engaging character to watch. I've never been bored watching a character, which again, as I mentioned, is important. Like you can have characters you hate, but it's like I don't want to put her on this level, my god, but it's like Joffrey in Game of Thrones or Ramsay in Game of Thrones. Like you despise those characters so much. But can you imagine Game of Thrones without those two characters? Like, my god. Emily ain't quite as bad as those two in terms of the evil scale, but yeah, I still can't imagine the show without her. I still think she bought the drama this season. I do still love her. I do still love Emily, which is the bit that hurts. But she's not trash. She's not meh. Let's be real. Let's be real. She's still one of the most fun characters to have on the show, despite how much she does your head in this season. This is a hard one for me. And so many people would put her here this season, and I get it. I get it. I wouldn't disagree with you if you put her in trash based on season 5. For me, I'm still putting her in really good. Not there. Maybe there. That's big for me. That is big. Keep in mind, she had her own tier for Queen Emily in other seasons. So that's huge for me. I still think she is a really good character to have. If we're going likability this season, it would be here. Realistically, it would be there. Because again, I'm keeping in mind the first half of the season where it was just more about her dating and being away from Richard. So I'm keeping that in mind. But as we do with all the tier lists, we keep in mind how good their character actually is. Like, keep in mind, with Heartstopper Season 1, the number one spot was the bully. Or something like that. I think he was, like, really high up, because I seem to remember saying he was, like, the most entertaining character in Season 1, in terms of, not in terms of likability, but in terms of a character, and I seem to remember he was one of the better actors of Season 1 as well. So, that's how I rank these characters. So, Emily, we're keeping. But keeping that in mind, we'll do this, which I plan to do anyway. Add a row above. Queen, Lorelai, Hal, the turntables. Yeah, Lorelai gets her own tier this time. And she might have had her own tier in season 4 as well, but yeah, bro. I say this every time, but I cannot believe I wasn't in love with Lorelai off the get-go. I'm looking back and bro, how? I don't know what was going on with me. I must have been I wasn't on drugs, but I must have been in some way. I must have disassociated from doing drugs before I reacted to an episode of Gilmore Girls, because I don't get it. I don't get what's going on with me. again, I'm definitely going to rewatch seasons 1 and 2, and I'll do a video on my thoughts of those on the new channel that I mentioned. But oh my god, she's Lorelai, like my number one TV crush at the moment. I'm curious. Season 3. I want to look at season 3 and season 4. So season 3. Oh my, yeah. See, so Lorelai was up there. I think it was like the end of season. Towards the end of season 3, like the second half of season 3 is where I really started to fall in love with. Is that Blake Lively? Where I really started to fall in love with Lorelai. So that makes sense. Jackson in terrible. Yeah, that makes sense. And then, oh no, she did have her in tear, but so did Emily and Kirk. Wow, we had a lot of tears. Dean with the haircut. Oh my god, did him dirty with that one. We had Richard and Mare. Also, Richard's gone up. I don't know if he's that good. I don't think I want to put him more up. Maybe. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm saying about Emily, where I guess he is a character that brings the drama. Maybe. I can't change it now, but fantastic. Yeah, I'd agree with that still. This is season 4. Yeah, Jackson's still down there. Taylor wasn't even on this one. Oh yeah, him. He'd be in the same, I think. Oh my god. Genuinely, I have not thought about this cat. I forgot his name. Dale? I for the entirety of season 5 forgot that this character existed until right now. I'm not even joking. Wow. Shows how much of an impression he left. Wow. That's hilarious. Yeah, so Emily, do keep that in mind with Emily. Emily was here. And it might not seem super far down. Where am I now here? But she's gone down quite a bit. Like, she was up here. So, yeah. I still love her. But rough. Alright, there we go. That is the tier list for season 5. An hour and 30 minutes, basically, of recording. Let's finally get into the reaction of the episode. Let's do this.
What?
Oh, we're picking right up?
Luke.
Oh my god.
Will you?
Yes.
Right. Oh!
Well, you don't have to answer, so...
Yes.
Well, you can take a minute to...
No.
Bro, I thought they were going to do the whole drama of no. Well, that's what I wanted him to say.
So, what now?
I don't know. This is new for me.
Oh my god, they're
Well, we
actually
should do
doing it.
something official
Official.
Thank god.
to commemorate the moment.
Like sex.
I mean, we're getting married, Luke. Married.
Wow, they just started the season with a yes. I'll take that.
We could toast.
Toast, yes. Toast, good.
Have sex on that counter. I mean, there's quite a few people outside, maybe don't.
I mean, I know you won't have champagne, but maybe some wine or beer or something?
Nothing, I got
Coffee.
nothing.
No, you must have something.
You have toast with
What's
coffee.
your sauce?
Neither sounds very festive.
Oh, you cut it with some festive ketchup.
No, we need something sparkly.
Sparkly coffee.
Huh? Where we go?
To Funky Town.
Go. Hey, wait.
What? Did you change your mind? Oh, how did I screw it up so fast?
I just...
How did I screw it up so
Are
fast?
you sure you want to celebrate now? I mean, a minute ago when you came in
I
here...
just want to be happy right now.
Yeah, what if it's like an impulsive thing?
Okay?
Okay.
I mean, saying that though, it's not like they only met 2 weeks ago or something, so it makes sense. Thank God. I thought he'd say no just for like the drama sake of it.
Okay, so do I put them back in the bubble wrap?
Just give it to me. Hey, who was first? Congratulations. Who's second? Right here. Third.
Launching him. I wasn't third. Oh, you are now.
We're closed. The market is closed. What is wrong with people tonight?
God, Taylor's stressing.
What are you doing there?
Taylor, great, we need to get in.
We open at 6 tomorrow.
Okay, Taylor, listen. You're gonna be the first one to hear the big news.
Oh,
I
great.
have to hear it now. I have so
Out of
many
everyone that
things
should
and I are
should be the
engaged.
one to hear the news.
You are?
As of just a few minutes ago.
Well, what do you know? I thought there was a better chance of all 4 of the Beatles getting back together than you 2 ever calming down long enough to get engaged.
Oh, sure. I'll let him in.
Can you just open the store, Taylor?
What do you need in the store?
We need something to toast this moment with.
Something alcoholic?
Yes.
You know, Lorelai,
What?
if
Go
you
on.
feel you have to be drunk to be with me.
Taylor, will you
Say.
just open the door?
All right.
Oh, he actually did. All right. I'll give Taylor that. Wow, I thought he really was not going to let him. If you have to be drunk.
wait a minute. I think I have a case of Zima in the back.
Really?
What the hell's that?
He's got Zima in the back. He's got Zima in the back. Celebrate now.
But men aren't supposed to drink Zima.
Pay the man.
You can forget the tax. Consider it an engagement present.
Thank you, Taylor.
Alright, Taylor. Forgetting the tax. That's big of Taylor, to be fair.
Perfect toasting place.
Is it far?
Which one of us is not getting into the romantic spirit?
Oh, with a case full of chick beer under his arm.
Shoo. Shoo. Hi, Shoo.
I love how they just listen and don't question. It's like, well, if Lorelai says you to do something, you do it.
Here's to us.
Chick beer, you said.
us.
What is that? Okay.
Taylor!
Turn it back on, Budgie.
There we go.
Okay. I believe we were right about there.
What drink is that? It just looks like crispy water.
Really? You gonna kiss me now?
Do it!
I'm so incredibly predictable.
You know, I'm happy. I'm happy now. I was thrown off last step. Then I went into this app thinking it would just be a no, because drama, and now it's a yes. And the app there, honestly. Boom. Don't need to see anything else. Oh, they changed Richard's clip. It used to be him pulling down his glasses like that. But they changed it. It's him smoking a cigar. Way cooler.
Is this mattress always this comfortable?
I think so.
Feels so much more comfortable. We should drink Zima and have sex every single night.
They did it. That's good. Yeah, that's good. I mean, I presumed, but confirmed is better.
So when I said, what about the kids, I didn't mean, what about our kids? I mean, yes, obviously, what about our kids? But I didn't mean we had to have any kids, because we don't.
I mean, you did kind of do. I expect Luke and Lorelai spawn.
We can just have one kid, one's fine, or more if you want more, or we don't have to have any kids.
I think
We
Luke
can
wants a
just
kid.
Get a plant.
What?
Okay.
Okay.
I hate shopping for furniture. For me, kids are easier.
I love shopping.
Okay, she picked up on that bit.
Is this really happening?
Yes. It's really happening.
You really didn't process anything you just said before that. What's this whole episode dream?
You bought a house without telling me.
There we go. There we go.
A house? I mean, a house is huge.
Yeah, I know. That's why I told you.
Okay.
Sorry.
Why is
Kids
Luke's
would be good.
pillow so far up? No, it's not anymore. Okay, she said, okay, we're doing it. We're getting Lorelai pregnant this season.
Ah, here you go, Trudy. Hey, top that off for you, Mac. Hey, what do you say? Cup of Joe, Joe?
Where the hell is he? There.
He's right there.
Get over here, you.
Ah! Seen her in ages.
Easy, you two.
You know, we should be very mad at you.
Why?
I'm waiting for the other shoe to fall, though. Lorelai's going to get into a car accident.
So we want to hear the whole thing.
The whole play-by-play.
How'd it happen?
How'd you do it?
Do what?
How did you propose to Lorelai?
Oh, well,
Did you get down on one knee?
did you take her somewhere special?
Did you hide the ring and anything?
Hid it in a coffee.
I'm still working on the ring.
Oh, so the proposal was spontaneous, huh?
Oh, the spontaneous proposals
That's
were the
you could
best,
say,
you
yeah.
know.
Yeah, Maury proposed to me spontaneously. Did I ever tell you this story?
No.
It was
Go
a
on.
brisk fall night, and
Yeah.
Rory was on top. No, wait, I was on top.
What?
Hold on, Stoney Morrison was on top.
Not bad.
It's
We were
what the
playing
hell?
Twister. Did I not mention that?
Yeah, you left out that little detail.
Should have.
Well, enough about us, honey. Come on, Luke, tell us how'd you...
Oh, you don't even hear the story. I guess we heard enough.
Lorelai proposed to me.
Oh. You went modern.
Well, that's still okay, sugar. The important thing is you get married.
We're very happy for you, Luke.
Are you sure, Patty?
Thanks. Well, I've got some work to do. I'll talk to you guys later.
She proposed.
Who gives a shit?
Thank
Shut
God
up.
He's got a good ass.
Oh, he's back.
Making you an offer still runs great. That's a one-time deal on a pre-owned car.
Thank you. See you in the finale, I assume. Oh, that's the house he bought.
Hi.
Oh, hello there.
For sale again,
What were you
huh?
doing
Yes,
to that?
we had an offer, but the buyer backed out. Toxic bachelor type. but we think it'll move fast.
Straight into sale mode.
Great house for kids.
Oh, please, not you two.
I'm sorry, what?
Oh, nothing. Sorry. Thanks.
Emily.
Hello.
Lorelai, wonderful. How lucky that I caught you. Now, a few things to go over.
Go on.
As you know, Rory's court appearance is Tuesday at 3.
Oh my god, yeah, the court appearance. And he's seen Rory yet.
No, Charlie doesn't usually take small cases like this. He's doing the family a great favor.
Charlie
Cool,
sounds
good
like a
for
swell guy.
Charlie.
He is a swell guy and a top lawyer. You must remember him.
Sure, he bought me a doll for my birthday once.
Well, do you have any questions?
Nope.
I have to say, I thought you would have had more interest in this subject.
No, she's done. She's done. Lorelai's gonna play the I don't care role.
Will we see you tomorrow morning?
For what?
For the meeting with Charlie Davenport.
No, don't go.
Oh, no. It sounds like you have everything under control.
Yes, Lorelai, I love this
I'll talk to
petty
you later.
Tell Charlie
play.
thanks for the doll for me.
Continue to do that for the whole season until everyone gets on their knees and begs for forgiveness.
Good morning. You're still sleeping? My goodness, you're...
Enjoy, Rory. Have fun.
Let's talk about this room. Now that you're staying here, I thought
Now I can understand why Lorelai bursts into the room randomly at 4 a.m.
I've been dying to get my hands on this dump for ages. And now I finally have an excuse. Huh. Well, that's insane.
Okay.
You want Hosanna to draw you a bath?
No.
Hosanna, draw Rory a bath, please. Hosanna has a pot of coffee for you in the other room. Interested?
Yeah, we like the coffee bit apparently. It's a big ass room, what the hell? Oh, she has the whole, like, Richard's bachelor pad part.
Through.
Oh, the coffee's
That's
so
breakfast?
There's cream in the fridge.
When did you have time to do all this?
Oh, it's amazing what you can get done before 8:30 in the morning.
I don't think even I could eat all that.
Now, the code to the panic room is 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Don't write it down, and whatever you do, don't tell the maid. They tell their
yes.
children, then their children grow up and rob you.
Right.
Did you try the Danish? I bought it at an organic bakery.
You bought that personally.
Was she mad? I mean, of course she was mad, but was it a bad mad?
Well, you know your mother, Rory.
Yeah, Lorelai's so dramatic, yeah.
She'll calm down. Just give it some time.
Hello? Is anyone there? Come in, please.
What's that?
It's just the intercom.
Great, we got Radio Richard.
Charlie Davenport is here for our meeting.
Well, of course she's up, Richard. Please, do you really think she'd still be asleep at 8:30 in the morning?
Yeah, who stays asleep that late?
Oh, I don't think that duck stopped flying.
Oh, Rory, have fun.
If then. Argus Midland, CEO of Windermere Technologies, paid for his $32 million main estate and his wife's new lower half with the company's pension fund.
$94 million in accounting fraud.
They had him red-handed.
Oh, as small as 94 million, oh my god.
He just bought Ellen DeGeneres' house.
Right.
So you got him off?
And successfully sued for defamation of character.
I forgot about Ellen DeGeneres.
Well, I guess I would just like to know what's going to happen.
Good question, Richard.
What? That's an amazing question. Only a Gilmore could think of a question like that.
And then we will agree on a plea bargain.
Really? No trial?
Hell no. Considering you're a first-time offender with demonstrably excellent character. Not to mention your family's standing in the community.
And you're white. Very, very important for a Gilmore to be white.
I'm afraid I must be going.
Yeah, bye, mate.
Coming over like this.
Of course. It's a pleasure meeting you, Rory.
You too.
I'll walk you out, Charlie.
I'll see you on Tuesday, young lady.
Thank you, Mr. Davenport. I swear I will never need your help again.
I'm sure you will.
We got 2 seasons left, we'll see. When you murder, I don't know, Dean or something. It's dunk on Rory season this season, I don't care what anyone says. Ba 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 ba. What the hell? She was gone for like an hour. That one, the worst one out of the 3.
You live here? Home sweet home?
Are you worried that one night you're going to sleepwalk right into that pool and drown?
I am now.
Possibly.
Stuff's in here.
Go to town.
I'm meeting more of Doyle's family tonight.
Ah,
For
yes.
months. He's got like 500 cousins, and you know what? He's the tallest one in the family.
Really?
Yep.
Really?
So I have a matter to discuss with you. Doyle and I have decided to move in together.
Oh, okay. Well, that was quick. You know, I'm fine with it though. That's sure.
So I was thinking maybe you'd like to move in with us.
Barry, Bob, Carol, Ted, and I.
Oh, another option then. There you go.
Wait till school started because it's rented till then. but I think it could be a perfect situation.
It's a nice offer, Paris, but I can't.
Right, so she's had 3 options now and still... Oh, wait.
You're pregnant.
No.
Sick?
That had to be if she went back to school. Right, okay. Technically still a 3rd option.
Taking some time off.
No, you don't take time off.
Did you find what you need? Because I have to finish getting ready.
Even Paris gets it. Oh, God.
Something must have happened.
Nothing happened.
Someone told her no. Someone told her she can't do it.
I do not have to defend my life to you. I'm a grown-up. I'm independent. I'm on my own.
I didn't see anything about that kettle.
I know what this is all about.
No, you don't.
Sure I do.
Paris, just take what you need and go, okay?
Hey, sorry I'm late. Hey, Paris.
Oh, I love Paris.
You.
Yep. You. Actually, his dad. Sorry to interrupt the video here, guys. This is just a reminder that we don't take any sponsors on this channel, so this is just kind of sponsored by me. And it's just a short, quick reminder to let you guys know that if you do want to join us over on Patreon, the link will be in the description and the pinned comment down below. You can join us over on there for free to get certain posts, or you can join us for a certain pledge, and you can get the early and uncut reactions to pretty much all the shows that I do. Or as another option, you can click the join button under the video, and for just $2 a month, you can get loyalty badges, early access to new videos, and priority reply to all comments. Appreciate you guys so much for watching. Now back to the video, whatever video that might be.
You should get a real cash register, Luke. It's
called
No.
character, Joe. It's items like this that give a place character.
Evening, Luke.
Yeah, sit down, Kirk. I'll be right with you.
I'm not interested in food, Luke. I'm here on business. I hear you might be in the market for a ring. Or should I be talking to Laurel?
Ah, right. Here we go. Next job. I didn't even think of this one.
Finest estate ring collection in Connecticut.
Oh, that's pretty good.
And since you are a friend, I'm prepared to make you a great deal. Or will Lorelai be the one paying for it?
No, she will not be paying for it, Kirk.
Ah, East Side Tilly called it wrong this time.
Look, I'll take care of finding the ring, okay?
You sure you don't want to take a look before you toss me out?
No, I don't.
Nice, huh?
Wow. Had him instantly.
They are nice. Really nice. Wow, look at
55 grand.
real diamonds. Not they exist real.
Diamond and platinum. I have a certificate of authenticity for every one of these babies.
Kirk, where'd you get all these rings?
I befriend really old women.
Fair enough.
Really old. Most people they know are dead. So when someone comes along and they're not dead and they'll
Wow,
listen to
Kirk's
their
a
stories
grifter.
and care about their dosage, they are grateful. Actually, I have a lot of sympathy for what you're going through.
Why?
What are you talking about, Kirk?
Go on.
Well, Lorelai proposing to you like that, stealing your thunder, it's got to be embarrassing and a little upsetting. Now you'll never have that moment.
Yeah,
You
well,
get to be the romantic one, the one to sweep her off her feet. That's gotta hurt.
he's gonna do a redo, isn't he? He's gonna propose.
You know, I've been getting pretty close to proposing to Lulu myself, and when I heard what happened to you, it really freaked me out. I mean, if Lorelai can just spring it on you like that, what's to stop Lulu from springing it on me?
Your creepy friendships with really old women might do the trick.
Well, I've been avoiding her for 2 days,
Cool. Just in case.
but there's no way she's going to rob me of my moment.
Well, don't you feel sorry for me, Kirk. I'm going to have my moment.
But it's gone.
Trust
Too late.
Ah, old Widow Mason.
There we go, how
Thought
much?
she was free to Kahlo toward the end.
Oh, okay, never mind. He just has it.
Drink, dinner, movie. That's it.
What is this? Oh, felon. Right, God, cool. Well, there you go.
Party that is.
I was about to say why they all dressed up as prisoners, but I guess that makes sense.
Sure.
Luke's having his hair out instead of the hat recently. What's going on? I say recently, it's been 23 minutes.
Why don't you answer the door? That'll be fun for you.
I'm not bored because I'm 6. I'm bored because you told me to pick you up at 7, and it's 8:30.
Who's at the door? It's
Who are you?
Paris.
Well,
I need to talk to Lorelai.
What do you mean, who are you? Surely.
Lorelai?
Has Paris never met Luke?
Paris, and I need to talk to you right now. Who are you?
Well, I tried to tell you.
Hey, what are you
That's
doing here?
Are you busy? Is this a bad time?
No,
interesting,
we're
I
just getting
guess.
ready to go out. It's fine. Have you met Luke?
No.
I'm Luke.
Paris.
Nice to...
Rory's quitting Yale.
Oh, that news, yeah.
Yes, I did.
It's Logan. That Christopher Atkins wannabe is the...
I don't even know who Chris Atkins is.
Why are you letting her do it?
I have no choice.
Yes, you do. You can stop her. You can pull some of that super mom crap that you always do and get her to change her mind.
Oh, she tried.
Rory can't quit Yale. We have to do something.
I agree.
I mean, we should kidnap her. She's the only one who's ever challenged me. She's my pace car. She's my Bjorn Borg. Without her, I'll get lazy. I'll fall apart. I'll have frosted hair and dragon lady nails. I'll achieve nothing. I'll become my mother.
Paris, listen to me. You are a very smart, driven young lady. You can be anything you want, except a diplomat. You don't need Rory to push you.
Rory's my only friend.
Well, Rory doesn't care about that, apparently.
I know I'm not Rory, but if you need to talk to someone, you can always call me.
Really?
Yeah, she give way better advice. It's Lorelai.
I can really call you.
Anytime, anywhere.
I'm going to hold you to that.
It's not a threat, sweetie, if somebody makes the offer.
Oh no, you might regret that one, Lorelai, actually.
Sorry to bother you. Bye, Luke.
Nice to meet you. We haven't talked about this.
Because there's nothing to talk about.
Yes, there is.
Luke, this is Rory's decision, okay? She knew exactly how I felt.
I like
about the
Lorelai's
situation, and
tactic.
She chose to ignore me. She chose to move in with my parents. She chose not to tell me about it.
She's a kid.
She's not a kid.
Don't get involved in Rory's life at all. Oh, she is 20, that's confirmed then.
No, she's not a kid.
Okay, fine, but she's young.
And young people have to be allowed to make mistakes. I made a much bigger mistake than this when I was much younger.
Oh, so what? Just because you made it on your own, Rory has to also?
That's not my point.
Well, then what is your point?
My point is that I wouldn't have listened to anyone in that...
What can you do, though? Like, she's not listening. It's done.
Now, she's smart and she's strong, and hopefully she'll figure it out, but I am not going to force my way in. She wants to be on her own. Fine, she's on her own.
Really?
Tough love, baby.
So that's it?
That's it.
And you're okay with this?
I'm totally okay with it.
Well, you're definitely not okay with this, which you can say, but also, I don't hate Lorelai's tactic.
Did you give Paris your real cell number?
Oh yeah,
My
that
best
that's
last year,
important.
I believe, was...
And still, you start seeing Rory snorting lines off Logan's forehead, then, I mean, maybe get involved then.
All hail Rory Gilmore, future queen of the slots. All hail. All right, time to make the rounds. See which one of these lovely females is soused enough to find my arrogance charming.
Hopefully none of them.
Flowers, chocolates, a little slow jam in the background.
Slow jams are for the subtle, Rory. One too many has a delightful immediacy. You coming, Colin? Absolutely.
Absolutely, he was well up for it.
I give you 1 month.
To do what?
Before you're back in school, 1 month.
So 4 eps.
I cannot believe how little faith you have in me. I mean, what kind of match would I be for you if
I'd
I
give
was
her
running right back?
the season finale, mid-season finale. If she's not back in by then, she won't go back in at all.
From now on, no more scheduling, no more planning. I am just going to spend my days making ice cream, beer floats, and just taking life as it comes. You'll see, new me.
Even Logan's not really impressed by this choice. Deep down.
I slept incredible last night. I woke up to birds singing. Seriously, this town is so great. I just had to take one last early morning ride around the town before I checked out. I can't wait to tell people about this place.
Could you move your arm, please? Your arm, that's what.
It's a very sweaty arm. I love him.
Hand me an envelope and don't ever do that again.
I was sweating all over the
You're
desk.
supposed to be paying a $600 hotel bill.
I don't care. He smells. They all smell.
$600? That's for one night. No, I guess maybe they've been here a couple of nights, to be fair.
By the way, your mother called a few minutes ago. She says she wants to pick up the rest of Rory's things and she will be at your house at 11.
Fine. Hey, oh, there's your...
Just, yeah, how you get, mate? Sweaty spaghetti.
Well, thank you for staying at the Dragonfly. We hope
Don't
to
shake
see you
his- he's
soon.
gonna
The
shake his-
cart's outside to take you to your car.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Michelle.
I'm all over it.
Really? Oh, you waltz on over for then, Nemesis.
Hello, won't you come in?
All right. Thank you.
Interesting.
What are you doing here?
I was sent to open the door like a servant.
What? Where's Lorelai?
I don't know. She doesn't keep the help informed.
She's not here?
No, I am here.
Bye.
I don't understand. You gave her my message?
I gave her your message and she told me to come over here and let you in. Like I'm a puppy fetching slippers and giving my puffer a liver treat.
But I don't... Did she leave anything for me?
She left me.
They're having a sass off.
But I just...
Who's more sassy, Richard sassy? I mean, he kind of is. Michelle or Emily?
Drive all the way from Hartford. She did nothing. Nothing's packed. Nothing's ready to go.
Oh, that's what she's come
Where
over
are
for,
Rory's
to get all
clothes?
this.
I don't know, but I will continue to search for them frantically.
Are you just going to sit there?
I was instructed to stay until you...
Michelle's team, Lorelai,
I
let's
need to be
go.
watched. Like I'm a meth head stealing a television set to support my habit.
I'm sorry, if you're talking to me, you'll have to do it in woofs.
Working with my
I love it.
Don't I know it?
That's a big-ass magazine, though, by the way.
This is a charming little courtroom. Reminds me of my early days practicing law.
It is quaint.
There's a quaint corner.
I'd hoped.
Girl looks fine, Emily. Leave her alone.
Are you nervous?
No.
And you shouldn't be. Everything will be fine.
Yeah, alright, we'll see when she's thrown in the slammer. Oh my god, if she gets a max sentence. 5 years. Bail set at 10 trillion.
You understand that you're pleading guilty to criminal mischief in the 3rd degree in violation of Section 117A of the Penal Code?
Yes, Your Honor.
You further understand that by so doing,
Oh,
you
Lorelai's
agree
not
to a
here.
trial by
Good.
jury of your peers.
I do.
20 hours of community service.
This was a youthful indiscretion, Your Honor. A one-time childish lark. My client is duly remorseful, and I can assure you it will never happen again.
We'll see.
I see you're a student at Yale.
Yes, Your Honor.
And that's a very nice school. Prestigious.
Yes, Your Honor.
I understand that the defense is portraying this as a childish lark, a youthful indiscretion.
Oh.
Well, I take the law very seriously.
Oh, Edna mode out here.
I have very little tolerance for its rich, privileged children viewing the world as their private playground.
You tell
I
him,
don't care
Edna.
who you are. 20 hours of community service won't do it.
Oh, what
I'm
we got?
ordering 300 hours of community service to be completed in no more than 6 months and
Third.
nation.
But
All
I
right.
can't do 300 hours. I have to get a job.
300 hours.
300 hours? This is outrageous, Charlie.
Now,
I kind of love it, though. The Slay of Edna mode.
end of 5 years' time, Miss Gilmore can petition the court to have this expunged from her record.
Record? She's going to have a record? Oh my God.
Man, you're shit at your job.
Who are you? Sit down.
I am her grandfather, Richard Gilmore.
Oh, yeah,
This
dude,
is
putting your
outrageous.
suit up.
I never should have let it go with a ponytail.
You are going to have to restrain yourself, sir.
I will not restrain myself. I will not stand by and let this girl walk around with a
Double
record
it,
for
600
5
hours.
Richard's just standing on my foot.
Well, she never listened to you. Making deals with a 20-year-old child in a cheap suit.
The opportunity to withdraw her plea and go to trial. If she does so, she'll face additional felony charges.
Oh, the risk.
I'd think very hard about that course of action.
Well, I think it's something to consider.
Grandpa, no, I don't want to go to trial. I'll do the community service. Please, just sit down.
Richard, sit down.
Emily's stressing.
I will consider this matter settled. Court will recess for 20 minutes.
All rise. This is not that big a deal.
Yeah.
We got a little more community service than we want.
A little more. It's like 20 times more than what you wanted.
I was doing you a favor, Richard.
Well, do me some more favors, Charlie. Let's see if we can get the girl 20 to life at Sing Sing. That is it. I'm hiring a lawyer to sue that man.
All right. Richard, where?
She knew all about it, Rory. She simply showed no interest in the matter. Abe Rosenstein.
Who?
That's who I'm going to get to sue Charlie.
Goodbye, Emily.
You're going to sue it.
To hell, Richard. I'm not through with you yet.
Richard, you can't kill him here.
No.
We're in a courthouse.
Richard's going to tussle him. I love that Lorelai didn't show up, get wrecked. What was that? I wonder what that said. I assume it's Emily having a mod about something.
Lorelai, it's your mother.
Team
I wanna
Lorelai,
thank you
let's
for the
go.
lovely little surprise you gave me this morning. I can't wait to tell the girls at the club all about it. I mean, they're always bragging about their daughters did this and their
Oh my
daughters
god.
did that.
She hand wrote all these, by the way.
Today, my daughter invited me over and then didn't show up. And then she had me watched by a surly, barking Frenchman so that I didn't steal anything.
I didn't invite you over, Mother.
Top that, please. This was unforgivable. Disgraceful behavior, even by your standards.
Oh, really? Okay.
Up all of my notes, I will read them to you. I made copies. Dear Lorelai, I was shocked and saddened by your decision not to be at home when I came by for Rory's thing.
Shocked and saddened.
My God.
That's all of her stuff. You happy?
Lorelai, you scared me half to death.
Yeah, well, follow through. It's always been my problem. Oh well. So we've got clothes, books, journals. I even checked the laundry to make sure nothing was waiting to be washed. Okay, we good?
What do you mean barging in here in the middle of the night? Are you crazy?
Richard's on literally about to die.
Something to wear to court.
Yeah, so I figured I better bring them right over here. Now I did, so I'm done.
Lorelai, stop this. I know you're upset. I know you hate us.
Oh,
but...
where?
Well, because we...
Oh.
Because you thought we...
Yeah, very interesting.
Help it. What are you talking about? Scorpion says to the frog, "Hey, frog, give me a lift to the other side of the pond." Frog says, "No way, you'll sting me and I'll die." Scorpion says, "Will
yeah,
not,
I've heard this
then we
one.
both drown." Frog says, "Cool." So the scorpion gets on the frog's back, and frog makes it to the middle of the pond, and the scorpion stings him. As the frog is going down, he says,
Because it's in its nature.
Scorpion says, "Sorry, it's just my nature."
Uh.
Frog, scorpion.
I know that you think some sort of con has been perpetrated on you.
Hey, it's only a paper moon, Dad.
The fact of the matter is, your mother and I were just trying to do the right thing.
Oh, like you always do, Richard, yeah. That's what I love about you, Richard. You're just always trying to do the right thing. Well known for that.
On the right track, all of us together. And we're going to need your input and your involvement.
No.
My
Lorelai.
involvement ends here with the laundry basket.
What is that flipper mark supposed to mean?
It's supposed to mean that I'm out. You've won. She's all yours. Of course, the laundry basket I'm gonna want back.
Get wrecked. I love this play so much.
Please.
Move.
What now?
Luke, I have to have the ring back.
Kirk, I paid you for the ring. In fact, I've overpaid you for the ring.
Oh, you did pay him for it then.
And then our business was done.
Luke, you don't understand. I think that was the ring that Lulu had her eye on. I'd totally forgotten this until...
Well-
Where are you going?
I'm leaving, Kirk. The diner's closed.
You can't leave until I get that ring back. If I propose, I'm gonna need that ring.
You have a suitcase full of rings.
Ask for double back. It's his now, so he'll be like, well, double. What the?
Good night, Kirk.
Oh, what is that? Oh, no.
Okay, Babette, slow down.
Get run
I'm
over.
not going anywhere.
It's very serious.
I'm right here. You can walk, Babette. Just walk, Babette. Please, walk. Slow down. Just...
Jeez.
Oh, we haven't seen Suki this app, I just realised.
Toast. And almonds. I smell almond toast.
Yeah, well, what do you need?
Are you going to die?
Information on a rumor. There's a rumor that there's been a rift between Lorelai and Rory.
A rift?
A big rift, very serious. That's right, Rory ain't home.
A rumour? Wow.
Oh my God, well, what happened and how's Lorelai taking it? She must be a basket case. Oh, is she a basket case?
Okay, stop. Look, there's been a little incident, but it's all going to be fine. Lorelai has it completely
God,
under
she's giving
control.
me a heart attack.
She's okay.
Trust me, she's just fine.
Are you okay?
Nice ring.
I know she's on the verge of death quite yet, Kirk. Nice ring. That's his play. Water for dinner, yes. Oof, that's kind of sad. Oh, when she made her all the Yale board and stuff. Don't know if Emily would quite do that. No! Look what you've done, Rory! I won't allow it.
Full moon, moment's here. Let's go.
Oh, God. I don't know, we had that moment at least. Like, obviously, I know she's like trying to do the whole play, like, oh no, it's your business now. I don't care. It's like obviously she still cares, and she cares what's going on. I don't think she even know like what the outcome of the community service was and stuff. But yeah, look what you've done, Rory and Emily and Richard, all of you, nemesises. Yeah, I thought it was a really great episode into the season, actually. I think the first half was good. I think the second half was a lot better. So, yeah, I'm excited for this season. I think, again, I know this is considered, up to this point, meant to be like the weakest season, but I'm open-minded. I'm with every season we go into, but unless it's called a show like Elite or something, I'm not open-minded with that. I actually gave up with that show a couple of seasons ago, but yeah, we'll see where it goes. If this is the weakest season we have, but it's still good, I think that'll be okay. But based on this episode, again, this has like a 76%, so fairly low. I'll go an 8. I think it's a really great episode. I like the drama that they have going on at the moment with the Rory situation. I like that Luke said yes to the proposal. And Lorelai, I like the play she's kind of doing at the moment of like, she, like I say, she obviously still cares. It's still Rory. She still loves it. She cares what happens to her. But yeah, I don't know. I like that she's not being there at the door, like trying to be like convince her every 3 seconds to go back. It's like she tried that. Rory wants to play being a 4-year-old. Go for it. We'll see how far that gets you. Is kind of what we're doing with this. So yeah, I'll go 8 out of 10 for this one, guys. I've been filming an episode of Gilmore Girls for 2 hours and 15 minutes, so I'm going to get some food. But thanks for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Let me know what you thought of the episode down below in the comments, and I'll see you next time for episode 2. Until then, take care. Peace.